sawa. Nikawajibu Kenya tuko na disaster, watoto wetu wanazidi kuzikana, na tomboya ameshika barua toka Jaramogi na Kenyatta, wanauliza kama Kenya kuko sawa. Nikawajibu Kenya tuko na disaster, watoto wetu wanazidi kuzikana, na tomboya ameshika tama, alituacha kama angali kijana. Je, angekuwa mambo yangekuwa sawa? Ndivyo walivyopanga Maulana.
What's up family? Welcome to the Black Hot Fire Network. This is Demore. It's 44 minutes past 12 p.m. East African time on the 13th of April 2024. And this is the diary of a young black king with me, Demore. And of course, you're listening to Sauti Sol with Tujiangalia. I wish I could give you, you could get a translation of what Sauti Sol are saying on this song, because it is directly related to what I'm going to talk about today. And of course, looks like today Keith was not asleep, so he's going to be joining me. How are you doing, Keith?
Yeah, I'm still working shit. Fortunately, I'm still working 7 days a week this week. God damn.
Wow.
That's how life goes. No rest for the weary. Too bad, Demore, that you missed the chicken off yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
Everyone eat all the KFC for herself.
I'm gonna grab mine today and revenge on Joby.
You want to share KFC with your ass? Tomorrow, no reason to come to work. We ate KFC and watch movies, so stay at home, nigga. Okay.
So today we're going to be talking about Africa's drug problem and why and how most of Africa is battling alcoholism and other drug-related problems. So we're going to be looking at several countries. We're going to be looking at what the main reason we are talking about this is we saw Sierra Leone declare a state of emergency on drugs in the country. The government declaring a state, people declare state of emergencies over wars, over crisis. So for Sierra Leone to declare drugs a national emergency, then it shows how deep it is. And the people in Sierra Leone are taking some new drug that even has human bones in it. I'm going to be sharing that. They're taking human bones, grinding them and putting them and smoking them.
Damn.
So the government is now even hiring guards to guard cemeteries, because cemeteries are getting raided because
damn.
I'm gonna be sharing that and much more. I'm gonna be looking at
what
Kenya.
What part of the bone? The butt bone? What?
They're stealing the whole body. So working in cemeteries are waking up to empty coffins.
Yeah.
Bones and then they grind them. So it is a big problem in Africa.
I guess if you're a drug addict, you're not scared to go. Most Africans are scared of the cemetery. Oh, dead body. Oh. I guess if you're a drug addict, fuck that. Dig this nigga up and make bone powder out of his ass.
And now you are high off somebody's bones.
Oh my God. I thought, man, this is
not even
crazy.
funny, but imagine now them complaining about the quality to their dealer, telling the dealer the bones you took last time and all. You need to do better bones.
That's right. What kind of bones? Man, you got to get a better body. These bones are full of disease. You find out what they died from before you start, digging up bodies and grinding bones. It's crazy, man. Go ahead. It's crazy.
And Obiri
Oh
is
my
not.
God.
Obiri cannot believe what high you get from human bone. So it's a certain drug they're making. It's called Kush. That is what the government of Sierra Leone declared a state of emergency from, because everybody in Sierra Leone is smoking Kush, and they
It,
established that they are putting human bones, grinded human bones, in the Kush. So
man,
it's some. I'm gonna be sharing a video of the same Obiri, so stay with me. You're gonna see the graves that have been dug out and the people smoking the Kush. We're going to be looking at Kenya also, where
God damn. It
big
just,
drug problem also, but at least they're not smoking bones here, but they are taking prescription drugs.
I
So
mean,
the rich
it's
donkeys, but we
because
don't
of
smoke
man.
bones.
I can't even. This is so crazy with the Moors. This is so absolutely crazy. Um, that it stems family from the abject poverty that Africans have been put in by Europeans,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't understand why they just. It's all stems from poverty and lack of education. It is damn smoking bones. It's just crazy.
So if you ever go to Sierra Leone, kids, and you meet somebody in the street and they tell you, "I'm gonna smoke you off," they mean it.
Yeah, man, got this
Do not,
bag of bones.
do not
Got this bag of bones, nigga. It's cheap. Got bones going for two for one. 2 for 1. Bag of bones. Buy one get one free. And man, I'm good with the bones. Goddamn.
If somebody in Sierra Leone tells you, I'm gonna smoke you," they mean it. They're gonna
Yes.
smoke you. In Kenya, they are
God
abusing
damn.
prescription drugs, so we're gonna be looking at how Kenyans are abusing prescription drugs, including Viagra. Viagra gives them a high, so there is a drug called
Damn.
Clozapam
God.
and some many other drugs.
Hold on. So now you got a bag. Now you high and your dick is hard 24 hours a day.
And their life is hard too.
Yeah, great. What is crazy?
Yeah, Kenyans are
Great.
abusing the Clozapam, and
Because of poverty.
you go to. We're gonna also be looking at Ghana, where Nigeria first. Nigerians are abusing sweet codeine. Codeine is the cough syrup. So in
Uh
Nigeria, they
huh.
are abusing the cough syrup, and so many of them are mad. You're gonna see videos of Nigerians tied to trees because they cannot be left tied to trees with a chain like a dog. You know the way we tie
God
dogs to make it tie
damn.
the chain.
What
So
kind
there
of
are Nigerians who have
tied to a tree with a
tied
chain?
to a tree with a chain because
This is 20.
apparently if they are let go, they cannot be trusted in the streets. Why? Because
The
uh
drug addicts. Yeah, how about you set up drug treatment? But that's too normal because you've already impoverished them and you don't got the money to actually set up drug treatment.
and Joby is telling me I don't have audio. I don't know if you are hearing me.
I hear you. I
Uh
hear you.
Obiri,
Tell
you can
you
tell me if you are.
I,
Joby is telling me I
I,
have the
I,
audio.
hear, I hear you. Tell Joby stop smoking the bones.
Obiri, I think it's Joby's audio which is not working.
Yeah,
Obiri can tell me whether
where's
he
she
can
at?
hear. Yeah, because I think I'm audible
Is,
enough.
is Joby at home?
She just left the studio.
Then how was she
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
you're not
Joby. Yeah,
audible?
yeah. It's you, Joby. It's you, Joby. My audio is working amazing. If Keith can hear me, then I guess yeah. I have audio. Obiri has
I hear
confirmed
you.
that I have
Okay.
audio.
Okay, Joey's in the chat room. I hear you.
So
She's
I was talking
tell
about
Joey.
people in Nigeria getting tied to trees because apparently they cannot be left on the streets. Let me share a copyright. Because I'm gonna share videos. Let me put up the
Yeah,
copyright
that's right. Yeah.
banner first because I don't want them taking down my video because the YouTube people also smoke bones.
I wouldn't doubt that shit.
So when I talk about people in Nigeria getting tied shoot trees like dogs. This is what I mean. Of course, I'm gonna share along a video, but I just want to show you what I mean when I talk about sweet codeine in Nigeria. They are abusing the cough syrup,
Yeah,
a
see, this
prescription
happens.
drug.
It's
So
because of poverty. Now, see, look, now this is all throughout. Oh, yeah, I did get messed up. I did get. I know your audio is gone now, Demore. I don't know if your audio.
yeah, the video did not. The video does not have audio.
Oh, that's the video making all that noise. Okay, I thought it was okay.
Yeah. So we are gonna be looking at Ghana also with its drug problem. Ghana is
What you see,
also
what you
having
see,
some.
what you see is systemic government failure. This is systemic in Africa because they put people in charge of Africa, never gave a fuck about Africans. People say, oh, the African leaders are selfish. They're not selfish. They're psychopathic. They're put there for those reasons. Because you don't have a real society. And that's what the Demore says. You'll never get that in Africa. You have a society that doesn't work. It was set. That's why you see this all throughout Black Africa. Not where the Arabs are at. In Black Africa, you see this shit. Because it was set up and designed not to work for the benefit of Africa. And Africans really have no governance. It's just corrupt criminals stealing the wealth of the country, and everybody else falls by the wayside. And this is what you see. What you see here in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Sierra Leone is just completely disturbing. That there's no government that actually represents anybody in Africa. It's non-existent. It's oxymoronic to say you have an African government because it doesn't govern any damn thing. It's oxymoronic. And they've got a population of ignorance that they don't know. You really have no government. You have a mafia fiefdom. That's how Africa was designed by these Europeans. When they left, supposedly left and got independent, they set up all these puppet states to not benefit African people. That's why none of these countries benefit anybody African. It's the same copy and paste shit. And every one of these fake countries that they remember, these borders were created by them. So these countries were created by them. I'm a Kenyan, I'm a Ugandan, I'm a Ghanaian, I'm a Nigerian. That's all fake shit. But no borders where this white man showed up. So you're not even a Kenyan, a Ugandan, a Tanzanian. That's all made up shit by white people. And they've set up a system of corruption and thievery where Africa doesn't work like no place on the planet. You're like, what am I looking at here? Why do no government services and all the money's in Africa? What am I looking at? I'm looking at despair. I'm looking at degradation. I'm looking at everything that just humanity would say, hey, this has got to be fixed. If we live in a humane system. Humanity. When you have civilization, it's because of humanity. They made Africa devoid of humanity. Where's the social services at? They helped us into it, but he's in abject poverty and ignorant. So he's just trying to get some kind of escape. And now he finds himself in a cycle, a cycle of now addiction. That's why alcohol was put in Africa. Come back 200 years to that, you never had nobody drunk and fucked up in Africa. It never existed. White man brought you all this fucked up shit. You fucked up religion. You fucked up alcoholism. You got Kenya now. We're going to close the club. You got to address the problem, moron. You can't address the symptom. You got to address the problem. The problem is the poverty in Kenya. Go ahead,
this is almost like you having diarrhea and then suing your anus. That's what the Kenyan government is doing.
I don't want to make it that drastic, goddamn. Yeah.
Yep. That's what the governments are doing, you know. Instead of you addressing the key issue, which is the diarrhea here.
Yeah.
Stop. Address the issue. Stop suing the anus. It's gonna burst at the end of the day.
Right.
So that's what the governments have been doing. And Obiri is telling me the kids' codeine syrup in Kenya has been put to stop by pharmacy and poisons board. And I want you to see the trend that is Africans have abused drugs to a point that they have run out of highs. You know, they are now even smoking bones, taking codeine. They've run out of highs to
The
they're even
kids.
getting high on things you cannot believe because of what Kid is saying. One is
Yeah,
them being kept in
it's
poverty because once you're
it's
in
a lesson.
poverty,
It's hopelessness.
yeah, hopeless.
You've been caught up in hopelessness.
Desperation. You feel like you don't have
Exactly.
anything to lose. You have not, your life is just messed up. And
Exactly.
that is how most of them end up like this. That is how most of you find because this is an African tied to a tree like a dog in the
Yeah.
video on your screen. This should not be anywhere.
Nowhere. Where's
And
your
yeah,
humanity? Where the hell's your humanity at?
so you look at, and it is a recurring problem because you look at Ghana, as I was telling you, Ghana is also going through a whole problem with drugs, with
Yeah.
the same. The same drugs that you saw in Nigeria. They are facing a codeine addiction. They're having heroin over there. They're having cocaine. You know, you look at Uganda, it's having a whole problem with, but Uganda is is just alcohol. Ugandans are heavily abusing alcohol. So it is a recurring problem in the whole of Africa and these are
Yeah.
the same people who we keep talking about. The young people are the ones who are going to bring a revolution in Africa. They are the ones who are going to change the way things are. How are they going to bring a revolution when they are high on bones, Keith?
Oh my God.
What
Oh
revolution
my
are you
God.
expecting in Sierra Leone? The people there are already high on human bones.
Well, Jamal, you only need 10% of the youth. You don't need everybody, Jamal. You need 10% is your tipping point. So, um, this is so tragic. Everybody, I was up. Yeah, understand me growing up in the black community in America, it was the same thing. Drug abuse was rampant. That's why I was always. That's why I never drunk. I never did with alcohol because what Jamal is talking about. I grew up around it. I seen the desperation of poverty and drugs. I was like, nah, man. I don't want to drink shit. I don't want to smoke shit. I was in high school. Everything, that's like an black American culture. They always want you to do they always want to do their dirt with you. They want somebody to do their dirt with them. Hey, Keith, man, let's go get high, man. Let's get smoke some joint. I said, nah, I'm cool. You go do you. Then when you don't want to do it, you all kind of names. Oh, you bitch ass nigga. You coward ass nigga. Why do I gotta be a coward? Why do I gotta be a bitch ass nigga? Because I don't want to smoke no drugs with you. I don't want to do no drugs. I'm cool. You do them. You do that shit by yourself. I don't want no drugs. I don't want no alcohol. Everybody, like especially Black American culture, it's like in Africa, start drinking when they teenagers and getting all fucked up. I used to see that shit. I'm like, man, I don't want no parts of that shit. I was like, nah. That's what I was. I was like, nah, no, I don't want
And
none of it.
the other second reason that is causing this, poverty has to be the main reason, and we're gonna come
Of
back to
course,
that because it's
of course.
poverty that has been designed to be there. But we're gonna come back to that. The second reason that I think there is this big African drug problem is too much availability of the drugs, and that is what Obiri is talking about. He's telling me in Swahili kuna place Roisa unabai mzinga ya 70 unazima. So translated is he's telling me there's a place in Roysambu that is in Nairobi where you can get a bottle of alcohol for 70 shillings and you switch
It's
off.
supposed
70
exactly.
shillings is not even $1. It's less than $1.
Damn.
Yeah, so there is too much availability of the drugs in Africa. One, it doesn't
That's on
matter whether
purpose.
the drugs are illegal, legal, you're gonna find them. You're looking for weed, it's
Yo,
illegal in Kenya, but if I want weed, I'm gonna find it in the next 10 minutes.
It's illegal
Looking
everywhere. That's why it's illegal everywhere. The more weed and all that shit, because they need you. They want to lock you up too, because They make money out of prison too. But yeah, all these things are always going to be available in a society that you want to destroy. That's why it's
So
always prevalent within black people globally. Globally,
the
it's prevalent.
too much availability of
Yeah.
drugs. You know, you're gonna it's hard for you to find a hotel, for example, in Nairobi than it is for you to find a wines and spirit shop, and Obiri can confirm this. I mean, if I'm walking along the street, I'm gonna find for every one hotel that I find one shop, I'm gonna find like 3 wines and spirit shop. I'm gonna find 3 clubs, you know.
All right.
So that too much availability of the drugs, too much availability
You
of
should
the
have watched. You should
alcohol,
have watched the
too much
show. You should
availability
have been
of
in the studio
amenities.
yesterday. That was the movie we was watching. I was showing everybody how it's the same in America. Every black
Mhm.
community has a church and a liquor store. Church and a liquor store. Church and a liquor store. You know,
Uh-huh.
that's by design. A church got 10,000 churches and 10,000 liquor stores because you're dealing with poverty. You're dealing with hopelessness,
Mhm.
and that's what this white system has designed globally for black people. And the sad fact, they made us poor that we can't travel and see how
Mhm.
other black people live. I was fortunate
Mhm.
as in my early 20s to go travel
Mhm.
and say, God damn, this is fucking global. Wow, this is some global shit that we're putting poverty and we're giving alcohol and drugs and shit, self-destructive natures. Oh man, this is some global shit. I
And
was like, man,
in case you think, let me just confirm what Kid is talking about: churches and liquor stores, churches and liquor stores. Let me share. If you've been to any, and Obere can confirm this, if you've been to any slum in Nairobi, any slum, any low income area in Nairobi, you know, you're gonna find more than 10 churches along the same. You know, you're gonna find churches neighboring each other,
of
to a
course.
point that I don't know how they have their Sunday services, because this one is singing, this one is, and somebody did a video of the same. Let me share the video so that you can see what I'm
Yeah,
talking
because religion is for the poor.
about.
It's a way to stop hopelessness. That's why so many churches are mosques in poor areas. It's crazy.
Control the voice. It's a very cold season in Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. What you're seeing here, all these are not slums but are churches.
I hope the
You get
video
it?
has sound. So this is a slum,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it
behind it,
sounds
yeah.
it sounds the more good sound. Yeah, your sound is good.
So all the buildings behind this gentleman are churches, the Mabati houses. There's like 30 churches
And
in this.
30 churches explain why everybody's still poor. If
In
your
that
guy
same
you're
road,
worshiping,
I mean, he hasn't moved an inch. Behind him, there are more than 30 churches. You can see for yourself. He
yeah, I'm
hasn't
looking.
even moved.
Kenya, East Africa. What you're seeing here, all
Great.
these are not
Churches.
slums but are churches. You get it? They're churches. Let me show you something. Next to me is Wayaki. When you go like
And
this,
that's
it can
all
lead you
Africa.
to, Uganda, Congo, Rwanda.
Yep,
And when you go like this, let me show
all of
you. When you
Africa.
go like
All of
this,
Africa.
it can lead you to Tanzania, Nairobi CBD, and Nairobi coastal region. So today, this place is just another wonder that you can never imagine, man. Let me show you. So I was saying these are not slums where people are living. These are
Slum churches.
churches here in
Slum churches.
Nairobi, Kenya, a place called Udhiro. Actually,
It's
this
still,
bridge here is the border. When you go like this, it is Kiambu County. When you cross like this, that is Nairobi County. And all these places in Udhiro called Makanisani, man. I wonder why so many churches at this one place. I've done a vlog about this place before, and nobody actually answered why you have got so many churches at this place.
because of
I
poverty,
don't know if you
Oran.
Don't judge him too harshly. He's like, yeah, yeah, go.
you're going to allow me again to go inside there, because last time some people were aggressive. They didn't want me to record this side. But let me just go and try. Let's go. I am almost there. I'm almost there. It's very cold in Nairobi right now. If you come from a very hot region or a hotter region, Actually, that's why I'm in. And actually, just me enter from here, man. If I get chased, it's
They're all
alright.
raggedy. They're all raggedy, just like America.
Alright.
They're all raggedy
So
and shit. Kind of God is up in that raggedy
I
shit.
grew up in a Christian family, a very, very religious
It
family.
must be hell here on Sunday, and I'm not saying that in hyperbole, because if you know how churches in Africa operate, they operate with loud speakers and music. They blast music, and the pastor is
I,
preaching
I,
his.
I, I hate to tell you, hate to tell you, Jamari.
Mhm.
Newsflash, that's African people globally with that shit. Globally. Globally. I don't care if you're in America, I don't care if you're in Brazil. It's loud and hollering and shit up in there. That's
So,
because you're one people. That's your nature. That's global with that shit. Go ahead.
so, so knowing how loud and aggressive the churches are on Sunday, I can't imagine the noise that comes from this place on a Sunday morning. With all these churches and the pastors shouting their voices off, and the pastor has a car at least. He's doing well. The pastor to that church. So what you are saying about churches and liquor stores littering over the black community in the United States is literally a reflection of Africa.
Yeah, it's copy and paste, Demore. The white man brought all this shit. This is destruction. But we wouldn't know. You wouldn't know because we would never connect it. They got to the internet now because I would never know as a little boy growing up in Los Angeles that the same shit was happening in Kenya or the same shit was happening in Angola or Ghana. I wouldn't know none of that shit. But luckily I traveled. I said, oh man, this is some wicked shit. This is not an accident. This is on purpose because it's every black community on the planet. I'm like, look at this shit here. Wow, this cracker is wickedly brilliant.
Yeah, and the funny part is, even in Africa, even in Nairobi, even in Africa, if you go to the rich suburban, you remember the neighborhood that I was showing you
I
the other
showed you,
day.
yeah, that's what
You're
I
not
was
gonna
trying.
find a church
That's
there.
what,
There's no
that's what,
church there.
that's what I'm trying to get Joby to show. Exactly. There's no bunch of churches, no liquor stores. It's like America. Go to white neighborhoods. It's all nice. Ain't no bunch of churches where I live. There ain't no church where I live. I live in a real nice neighborhood full of
Mhm.
white people. I don't live in no. There's no churches around there, Demore. There's no liquor store nowhere around. No liquor store nowhere around. If I walk through I'm gonna do this one time and show. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna walk through my neighborhood. Now, you ain't gonna see a church. You ain't gonna see a liquor store. Nowhere.
I should also do a walk in my neighborhood, and you are gonna see churches and liquor stores in plenty. Should do a walk on a Sunday morning, and you'll count more than 10 churches, more than 10 liquor stores if I do a 5 minutes walk. They have so many churches in Nairobi that they have run out of names. I saw a church called Devil Devil Hunters Ministry. Literally, they hunt the devil.
You have the devil.
Yeah.
You have the devil. You have the devil to get you niggas to stop smoking bones.
So this was just
You,
I was, I was
you,
just trying to show
you,
you what Keith was
you,
talking about black
you
community.
bone smoking bastards. You need Jesus.
Just trying to show you what Keith was talking about, the black community being littered with churches and liquor stores, and it is surprising, not surprisingly, it is the same. It's a replica of the black community, and Africa is a replica. So,
Do this for me tomorrow real quick.
mhm.
They say images of the black American community with liquor stores and churches. You see? Same shit. Everybody all fucked up all the time. That's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna be doing no alcohol. I've been doing no drugs. Every time I used to go to visit my cousins in the hood, they was always drunk. Big bottles of liquor. Like, man, Man, ain't you like
Uh,
16 years old?
and
Yeah, man, I'm getting fucked up.
your network has started breaking. I don't know why it
Okay.
is breaking.
I'm in a bad neighborhood. I'm driving, Demore. I'm in. I'm driving, so I'm probably in a bad area. Trying to make it home for a few hours. So I gotta go back out to West Texas.
But
No day off today.
it has now completely gone off. Your network is smoking bones also. So as we wait for its network to come back, let me share a video of the Sierra Leone incident. So this is what has been happening in Sierra Leone. The government of Sierra Leone last week declared a state of emergency over drugs. So there's this specific drug that they are smoking in Sierra Leone. It is called Kush, and the government does not know what to do. It has zombified all the young people in Sierra Leone to a point that the president has declared a state of emergency. So the Kush is a drug that has several things in it. It has weed, it has scopolamine, and it also has not really. It has weed. It has human bones in it. They are
God
grinding
damn.
human bones and putting it in the kush. And so let me share a video of the same. Uh, I
What?
hope
Hey,
it's going.
do you smoke that shit? Do you sniff it? What do you do with that shit? Do you
You
eat
smoke,
it?
yeah, you
Okay,
smoke the
smoke.
human bones and you get
Okay.
high as
God damn.
yep. So here is a video that was done by Channel 4 News. Let me once again share the copyright disclaimer. I don't want them
Imagine,
taking.
imagine all the nonsensical Christians they scared who died. Tell them don't get cremated. You need your body, and you got niggas digging up their body that they dead and burn them up. I need my body for when Jesus comes back. And them motherfucking kids that smokes you up. Their body.
Educate youths on the streets, they are exposing themselves towards me.
They call it kush. Dried leaves mix a cocktail of chemicals. In just 3 years, it's taken over.
Push take you to another world where you don't know yourself.
Say na something wey mix with demonic something. You see company die, dem still dey take am.
As the impact of Africa's worst drug epidemic deepens, disturbing reports have emerged about the newest ingredient, human bones.
So the coffin and everything is there, but they just took
Imagine who even thought of some shit like this. Yeah, we put together, we get some dead niggas, grind them up, put them inside with the weed and the leaves and shit, grind that shit up, nigga. Man, now that's a high.
Now you're high
Hey,
on weed,
you
high on bones, high on spirits, because I suspect there might be human spirits in there. You're now high and crazy. And this is not a small problem in Sierra Leone. It is a big problem to a point that the government has declared a state of emergency. People smoking human bones.
He should have put a state of emergency on poverty. That's right. You never do that. That's the reason why this is happening. You didn't put a state of emergency on poverty, and you goofy fake niggas stealing all the money out the country and giving the money to your white masters. You ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna fight the white man and say, "Hey, these mining companies in Sierra Leone are supposed to belong to black people, so we can employ our people, so they wouldn't be out stealing bodies and grinding up bones." Are we gonna do a state of emergency on drugs? This is nonsense. It's not going to stop a damn thing because it's not the root of the problem. Like Demore said, it's not the root of the problem. Go ahead.
And if you're gonna see this later in the video, but how they even realized that the people are smoking bones, even funnier. So there was this cemetery somewhere in Sierra Leone, and they would wake up every day to raided graves. So they had more than 2,000 graves raided. The bodies dug up, so they find the coffin and everything, but there's no body in there. More than 2,000 graves were raided, and so they never knew what was happening. They actually thought it was witchcraft at first.
Family.
Yeah, they
There's
later
no,
came
there's,
out.
there's,
They later
there's
came to
no,
find out that
you can't
we
do nothing with a dead body. Ah, damn. No witchcraft, nigga. Shit. That's what I told you. Those black people scared to go to the cemetery. But they get witchcraft.
Home to a million people. It's a vibrant trading hub famous for its beaches. But below the surface, the city is suffering. An economic crisis is pushing people into
Boy,
poverty.
boy, economic. I told you the stimmy thing was economics. And African economics. You've stolen the wealth of African people. That nobody wants to address that. It's economics. You stole the wealth of African people. They have no way to survive. Everybody's living hand to mouth on the African continent. The majority living hand to mouth. You don't want to address that. Go tomorrow.
it is, and a big shout out to Jibajaba and General Mosquito who are with me. It is what I always quote Chinua Achebe saying: every problem that Africa faces is a political problem. Even these people are smoking
Yeah,
bones because of
it's
poor
political problem.
poor
Yes.
governance. If they had better systems, if they had money, nobody who has money is gonna smoke bones, kid.
How about that tomorrow?
You're not gonna smoke bones when you have money. Nobody who has a fat bank account is gonna sit down under a bridge and smoke bones. If they wanna get high, they're gonna get high on some good things. They're not gonna get high on bones. They have money. But these people are doing this out of desperation, out of poverty, out of being born out in systems that are already
Already
against.
rigged, it don't work. Exactly. Exactly.
Joint,
You've been born in a
joint
system.
poverty.
You don't understand it's political.
Mm-hmm.
You're miseducated. You're miseducated. You're undereducated. You don't know you're born in the old system of poverty and despair. You don't know how to get out of it.
Was a cheap but temporary escape. Every day, the drug consigns more lives to the downside.
Because of drugs, I did not concentrate on music. Because
And
of drugs, I did not
imagine
concentrate
when
on
they die,
studying.
they didn't want
Because
they
of
dig
drugs,
their bones up and they full of that shit, and people smoking their bones.
I did not concentrate on writing.
God
Because of
damn.
drugs, I did not concentrate on anything.
25-year-old, when he took up Kush a year ago, his family kicked him out. Now, he lives at the city's rubbish tip, along with more than 1,000 others.
All
God
I'm
damn.
asking, Lord, is for you to give me a second chance. Let me prove to my family I'm not lost totally. I can still be who I want to
if,
be.
if you if you if you understand what this guy is saying, this guy is asking for help. Literally, he's asking for a second
Of
chance.
course.
He's crying for help.
But,
That is
but
what he's crying for.
there's no systems built in Africa to help him. There's no money in the system to help him. He's asking, yeah, I need help.
He knows what he's doing is wrong. He really wants to get off Kush. He wants to change his life for the better. But of course, he doesn't know. It's an addiction. It's not something you wake
Yeah,
up and decide, I'm not
exactly.
smoking bones anymore.
Exactly. Suffer
It's
from
something.
addiction. Exactly right, Gamora.
I can still go to college. I can still do music and win the Grammy Award. Help me, oh God. Let me don't die empty, just like my friend would die empty.
This nigga ain't washed his ass in a year.
Most of the people here are young men. When they are
Imagine
not
the,
high,
imagine
they
the
search for
smells in
money.
that motherfucker. These motherfuckers ain't washing their ass or nothing.
The money goes straight on their next hit.
I got no respect in the street. No one care about me. No family, no friend. Fathers abandon me, mothers abandon me. Nobody wants to know about me because of this push.
Alhaji is 22. He got hooked after a friend gave him a joint 2 years ago.
I went to the ghetto and buy another one.
That's what you get. I told you. Friends, always friends when they get you fucked up with them. Like, nah, I'm cool. You do you. I'm good. Told you, friends. Always want to get you. Hey, keep man. Let's smoke this joint. And I was like, nah, man, you do you. I'm cool. Ah, you bitch ass nigga. I gotta be a bitch ass nigga. I don't want to smoke no drugs.
Alhaji was told, take a puff of these bones. And he has now put the bones.
But that alone as a teenager was scared the shit out of me, Demore. Boom! Nigga, you smoking bodies? Oh man, hell nah. that would have scared me immediately. I'm like, what's this shit gonna do to my system? Smoking another person's bones? Nah.
And I said, by the grace of God, this is not me. This is not real me. My goal was to be a doctor, but not this is not a doctor. This is
a doctor.
This is another young man crying out for help. If you see
be a doctor. You became a bone doctor.
Although push is illegal, it's bought and sold here openly. It doesn't take long to identify the local dealer. He agrees to speak to us anonymously.
You know, your business is destroying lives, destroying families, destroying young people.
I know.
Yeah, but I gotta get my money.
That's why we are doing it.
So this is, if you're saying this is the only way you can earn money?
Yeah. This is the only way.
Yeah, they know
the components.
I don't know, because don't mix it. When they come with it, we buy. We are the small dealer. It is good. Buy. Not buy.
Street dealers seem to know little about the product they are selling. Analysis has shown opioids like fentanyl and tramadol are often mixed in.
Damn, fentanyl shit.
Human.
That's that Chinese synthetic drug shit. Oh my God, that shit killing the shit out of motherfuckers, even in America. Them white people in America are hooked on that fentanyl shit, all falling out, all fucked up. God damn.
Shocking rumors have emerged about a new ingredient. Police suspect people are grinding up human bones and adding them to the mix.
We have come to one of the main cemeteries in Freetown because we are told that local communities are forming groups to stop the grave robbers. They are called Friends of the Dead.
We are not like friends to go to talk to the dead.
David Dean is the man in charge here.
Just take a documentary of you.
Yeah. He agrees to show me.
So these are the local community members. They have they have formed a group to protect. You have a relative buried there and don't want them smoked. Yeah. So they are now protecting the graves because you don't want your dead uncle smoked. You have not funny, but that is what they are doing. So they're staying here sometimes at night to protect the graves so that you don't come tomorrow and you find your relative smoked.
I'm only laughing about because the white man had told these dumb Negroes about the religion and they don't have a body when Jesus comes. It won't rise. But damn, my body's already got smoked, nigga. I was a good Christian my whole life, but my body's gone from waiting for Jesus now. So my body's in another nigga's body. He's smoking.
There is not even remains inside here.
We have heard that people are digging to find human bones and making it kush.
That's what the message that I'm getting here, that the breaking of the graves here is about that.
It's about what?
About taking bones and make kush.
Oh, this is another one.
By taking bones and make kush. Kush, nigga. I'm getting that kush up in me. Breathe it in.
So the coffin and everything is there, but they just took the bones.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
They're taking the bones.
You're right.
How many
You ain't
graves
scaring me
destroyed
no
in
more
Africa?
with your fake scared of dead bodies. Goddamn, I gotta get this money. See, I ain't scared of the dead no more. Fuck a cemetery. Get dig these old niggas up. I gotta get my money. Get this cush.
Listen to him saying the number of graves that they have found empty.
They're taking all the bones.
They're taking the bones.
Yeah.
How many graves destroyed is it?
It's more than thousands.
More than 1,000
Thousands.
graves.
Yeah. 1,000.
Despite the work of
More than
David,
2,000 bodies smoked. That is what Jibajaba is saying. Their bodies are rising with every puff. They are now.
All right. All right.
They are with the most high now.
Man, now you got when you're dealing with, hey man, what kind of bones you got up in this shit? When you check the brother's background or the woman's background, find out what kind of life she led. I want to get really fucked up.
David and his friends, even the dead, aren't safe from the Kush crisis. But the question remains, why would anyone try and get high of human bones?
I know. Who came up with that shit?
Medication.
At the country's only mental health hospital, Dr. Jusu Matia
Only
has
look,
seen the recipe change over
hey, look at
time.
this bum ass shit place. This is the country's only mental hospital, and it looks like some fucking shack. Sierra Leone's rich family. It's been taking rich in minerals, but they got a shack right there. So that's a mental hospital for the whole country. Because you got fucked up failed leadership. That's what's going on in Africa. And then African people know, the most everything is attached to politics. Like Joby said, growing up, oh, we're not supposed to know about politics, but everything in your life is dealing with politics, you moron. Everything. But that's why you got fucked up schools. Why you got no water. Why you got Mr. Beast coming in, fucking making dumbass wells. Because of bad politics. This is unsustainable. Who lives like, I gotta give it to Donald. Only Africans would live like this and not fucking revolt. Only Africans can live in this kind of shit. The mild-mannered African is truly mild-mannered. No one can live in this kind of poverty and don't overthrow the government. You only see this in Africa. Live in this kind of poverty, what can I do? Man, fuck that. Time to go to war with the government, god damn it. I'd rather die than live like that. I'd rather fucking die. But they've been told to be scared to death. Hell, why are they smoking my bones anyway? I've been told I don't die because Jesus thought, fuck Jesus, god damn it. I'm not about to live in this kind of poverty. Fuck that. I'd rather die than live like that. Living so hard to living barely above an animal. Go ahead.
Changing phenomenon. One time you hear they have added formalin, before you know it, they have added something else. But the recent substance that has been added now is the human bone.
I'm trying to understand why would they go that far to dig graves and use human bones.
But what we know is that human bones contains a lot of sulfur, and sulfur has the
sulfur
potential of giving that feeling of high.
You now have your answer on why human bones. It's because it has sulfur and it is gonna give you a high. So that's what they.
Especially when taken in at high concentration and when inhaled, because it goes directly to the brain.
85% of patients here are Kush users. Dr. Jusu fears the epidemic could destabilize the entire country.
It's a big crisis, given the fact that the youthful population that should be vibrant, should be working, or maybe going to universities to plan for the future, are the ones that are being targeted with the push. You go around the town or along streets, see a lot of young men who are supposed to be active, sleeping on the streets. We are supposed to have doctors, we are supposed to have engineers, but these are the people that are now suffering from addiction and they cannot do anything.
Because you have no employment for any of these people. You have not created any employment for African people. That's the thing. That's the gist of it. None of these African countries have created any employment for their people. That's the dirty secret.
Let me explain to you the reasoning of these people, the reasoning of an average African drug user, average African youth. You know, when I say an average African youth and a drug user, they are the same, a synonym. So this is what happens. So if you are lucky enough, you get a job that pays you $2 a day, $3 if you really lucky. That is maybe in a construction site or something, manual work. So you get your $2 at the end of the day. You spend $1.50.
And they working in family. Those jobs those are like 10 and 11, 12 hour a day jobs. You working
so that is about 200 Kenya shillings, $2. So you use 150 for food. So you're left with 50 shillings. That is about 50 cents. That is not even $1. So, you know, 50 shillings is not going to change your life. You cannot start any business with it. It's money that cannot help you in any way. So what do? You go buy weed. Weed costs about the same amount. Smoke it, get high, feel happy, wake up tomorrow, go get $2 more, eat 150, that is 75% of the $2, smoke the remaining 25%. And that is how life goes, because at the end of the day,
then you lose the job because you're always high.
Yeah, then you lose. And you that is, you look at a majority of the African population, no saving at all. What are you saving? You cannot save.
You live in hand to mouth.
Yeah, you live in hand to mouth, and sometimes the hand does not reach the mouth because manual work. It's manual work. You're not sure if you're gonna report tomorrow or not. So that is the main cause of this, because if they had money, if the economic situations were better, if maybe you had $30-50 of disposable income a day, you know, and that is not even something that is impossible considering how rich Africa is. So if you had more disposable income, then you would think about investing. People would think about starting businesses. But now what are you thinking about investing with? That is how they end up drunk, because
think about investing my goddamn bone smoking.
So whatever you do, if you ever visit Sierra Leone, whatever you do not die in Sierra Leone. You're gonna get smoked.
I ain't got no reason to go. I ain't got no reason to go to that motherfucker. There's a lot of places in Africa they got nice beaches. I ain't gotta go there.
We church so many lights there. Then we talk as if we use them as salon.
I ain't lost.
Here comes the NGOs. Here comes the NGOs.
Of course.
To be there.
I haven't lost shit in Sierra Leone.
On the outskirts of town. Tensions often run high.
He's probably gonna be a millionaire by the end of this Kush epidemic.
I don't know how they're gonna get it under control. Only way to get under control, you must bring employment to the people. And these puppets are not willing to do that because the European masses don't want to do that because those jobs are back in Europe. You extract the damn resources from Africa, take them to Europe and Asia, and you build finished products, and then you sell them and get the majority of their money. And the Africans are left poor, ignorant, on drugs, and fucked up. That's the system. So until you stop being a coward and say, fuck it, and you actually care about your people, then you'll change the system there. Other than that, you won't.
So it is the epidemic that has been going on in Sierra Leone and in the most African countries, drug. And I hope the Nigerians do not see this video because they're going to start selling fake kush with fake human bones. I hope they don't see this. They lie to you that it's human bones and
right.
bones in there.
Right. The Nigerians going to have all kind of cat bones and all other kind of weird animal bones in there. Hey man, this got the human bones. Yeah, man. Yeah. Trust me, brother. Trust me about the bones. It's the bones. These are the best bones. Oh
And
my
now
god,
you are high,
all kind of cat bone, rat bones, all kind of shit in that shit.
and before you know it, you high on some chicken bones.
That's right, chicken bones, porcupine bones, all kind of shit.
What people say about these drugs. And these drugs, if you didn't follow the next 10 years, you will only get you. Everybody they wipe off. So many families they don't scatter because of these drugs. Now drugs, no parents or no person no go. The enemy they no go and see about these drugs.
Kadiatu is looking after a 6-week-old baby. His mother is living in the charity's rehab center. Born a kush addict, he's suffering from withdrawal.
I really hope
Oh, it's
from the
bad.
bottom of my heart that this woman is doing this out of love. I hope that, because what we see in most cases in Africa with these NGOs, I would not be surprised if this child is a paid actor. But I really hope from the bottom of my heart she's doing this out of love.
Yeah.
Even right now, they don't wash, they don't eat, but the bed, the doctor said the thing they say is the way they expect and I make it behave too. So we get Emmanuel, God will bless.
Like many children, Emmanuel's life has already been shaped by kush.
Already started fucked up.
For his mother, he's now the ultimate motivation to get clean.
Hey!
I've already started fucked up. I've already started
Her
fucked
name
up.
is Hajaratu. It's the first time in 2 weeks she's seeing her baby.
And I want you to understand the psychopathic nature of the European.
She
You
became
never had any of this shit in Africa 200 years ago before they invaded. Right? I mean, before they finally colonized it. It already invaded 500 years ago with the slavery shit. You had none of this kind of shit in Africa, ever. You had homogenous societies. And it's all because of the psychopathy of the European. You don't like to admit that. That's what this is. The impoverishment of Africa is not an accident. People don't like to understand this. This is on purpose. This shit you saying here. This is a symptom of the problem. But you got France in there, because Sierra Leone was a French colony. They're raping, they're stealing and shit to build their societies. Have them have white people living good off the backs of black people. This is what you see. This is why this occurs in Africa. Because the wealth of the continent has been stolen out of there and given to white people. And now the Asians are there. That's what's going on. Okay? We're going to call a spade, whether you like it or not. They come with you with these dumbass religions while they leave you in poverty. Get out of my face with that religious shit.
And when you talk about being born in systems that are already rigged against you, being born in already messed up systems, then this child right here is a good example of that. Look at him. He's been born in a system. I mean, his life is already messed up and he doesn't even know how to speak. He's like 6 months, but already messed up. The mother is a drug addict. He has been born in a rehab by some woman who's trying to get donor funds.
Nothing he's done. Nothing. She's already destroyed his ass coming here. None of his own, but she's already made his life harder. He's going to have rehabilitation starting off from the beginning. And then in a system of ignorance and poverty. What does he do as a child? See, this is how the system really works. This is how evil this shit is. This is the state of evil, family. Because this is evil. Evil. Furthermore.
And if you had that woman talking, the child already has health complications because the mother was smoking bones when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So messed up before you're even born. And Robert Williams was saying, "True kid." At the very opening of the video, the young man stated that, "I don't want to be here. Poverty will cause this problem." So points back to the major cause, the root cause of all this, poverty. And poverty points you at the other big problem, politics, bad governance.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
really bad governance, it's bad governance if you have it, but if you don't have it, then it is not bad governance. So I would say non-existence governance.
exactly.
Yeah, so, and Jiba Jaba says, Jiba Jaba he's saying this is diabolical because the real weed is kush and this fake stuff can kill you. An easy trick for the gullible. It happens with us with the K2 synthetic weed. And he goes on to say, this is how the West tackles the Negro question. Hard
Exactly.
psychoactive drugs.
Get rid of. This how you destroy a whole society. You got puppets in there, don't really ignorant as shit, don't care about the people. As long as they got their little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
I never understand. Imagine the psychopathic nigga. Imagine in Kenya, you driving past them slums and you don't feel a certain way. I'm talking about a whole motherfucking nigga psychopath. I couldn't drive. I'm a president. I drive past a slum like that. I'm not saying tear this motherfucking shit down to the ground. Every dollar we got coming to Kenya is going to be used for housing from this day forward. My people are not going to live in no shit like this. This is undignified. How could you even be a human being? Go across some shit like this and not be affected in your soul. But you want to talk this Jesus shit to me and this Allah shit to me. Motherfucker, if you don't get out my face with these fake ass religions, talking this Jesus shit to me while your people live in abject poverty. Oh, the birth of G, all that with all that nonsense shit that these crackers then gave you. You have no humanity. Can't explain why you sit on the richest continent and I got these kind of slums and kush. Then when you go in Africa, African people struggling. Like the more say $2 a day living hand to mouth. Down the Congo all fucked up. Living in mines, babies going in mines. And ain't nobody done shit about it. And you want to bring me your fucking Jesus and your white missionaries. I might smack you in your mouth. Fuck are you talking about? Where's your fake ass God concerning this? Moron. You got babies digging in mines. And you tell me about your fake ass Jesus. You don't get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Don't you come to be a missionary to me, motherfucker, while you stealing the wealth out of my goddamn country. The fuck out of my face.
And in case
This
you
shit
thought,
angers the hell out of me.
in case you thought that was a Sierra Leone problem, that was a problem of the people of Sierra Leone, then here is Kenya. And in Kenya, they are abusing something different. So they are abusing Viagra. They are mixing Viagra with some other prescription drugs such as Clozapam and
Now
getting high and hard.
now you walk around eyeing your dick hard all day.
So now you're high, your dick is hard, and your life is harder. So you literally nothing is happening in your life. So here's Kenya now.
Every young man in Kenya walking around with their dick hard. Like, what's going on? That's crazy.
Here's how a prescription drug is being mixed with other substances, especially in Mombasa, and zombifying, literally zombifying. You're gonna see videos of zombified people, standing in the street, zombified. He doesn't know where he is, what he's doing. He's just high and hard. Doesn't know anything.
Exactly. And the same systemic problem is the poverty. Motherfuckers stand in the street all high, dig hard, yeah.
So the only system that is working in Mombasa is the erectile system.
Streets of
God damn.
Are you get high? Clozapam is being used and sold at some local pharmacies over the counter, even though a prescription is required. Users say this drug serves as a substitute for heroin because it is much cheaper and gives them the same high. Kevin Mutai toured Ziwa Langombe area in Nyali constituency and now tells us of the sorry state of affairs I beg your pardon, in Mombasa.
Hundreds of youth in Ziwa Langombe and other areas within Mombasa County are battling addiction.
I'm on top of the world. I don't never take shanga. I'm a smoker.
They are abusing Cosbam.
I'm on top of the world. Same shit you see in Sierra Leone, same shit you see in Kenya. In Nigeria, guys, the same. It's systemic poverty, family. That has not been addressed. Go ahead, Demore.
Tablets to get high because the drug, which is a prescription medicine, is much cheaper than heroin but does the same job.
That yellow is Cosbam. Yeah. I've used 3.
So far you've used 3.
I normally make my joint and then I just line on it as a blue band on mukate, on bread, on a slice of bread. When I put on my fire on my joint, I feel as if I'm in heaven. I wish I could touch the sky because I feel so high, more high and high.
So that is him describing how he gets weed. So he takes Clozapam and a mixture of other drugs, put it in his weed, and smoke it together with the weed. And he feels like he's in heaven.
Mara nyingi kuna wale uchanganya na bangi na kuna ule anatumia kwa sigara na ipaka juu ya sigara. Sasa huo mtu akitumia kama mara 2-3 wamuona tara na zalala.
So she's explaining that
you put in cigar.
Yeah, it's either you put it in cigars or you put it in weed. You choose one of the two.
Lala kabisa mwingine. Kaibwa kila kitu. Hata wanawake wakichanganya, wengine nao penda nini wakunywe pombe alafu wakule na hii. Sasa ikimzidia wamwona mtu amelala mpaka wanaume wanakuja wanamlala, hajui. Anafanya kuona tu, yani usubuhi anafanya kuona makondom, hajui wa wengine wanatumia kondom hawajatumia. Hiyo ishatokea hapa pia.
The drug is used to treat anxiety, alcohol withdrawal, and seizures. This medication works by calming the brain and nerves, and in most cases, they are used to provide sedation.
So Clozapam is a drug that is used in mental facilities. It is a prescription drug that is given to calm down. You know, if you mad, if you crazy, if you go to, there's a mental hospital in Nairobi called Mathare. If you go there mad and acting up, they're gonna give you Clozapam to calm you down. It's made for mad people, for lack of a better word, people with mental issues. But this is what the people are now mixing with Viagra and some other things and putting it in weed and smoking it. So you don't have any mental issue, but you're using Clozapam, which has been made as a prescription drug to calm down people with mental issues. So of course you can tell what that is going to do to you at the
medical procedures.
Long run.
I don't care, Demore. I gotta get high.
To get high, some taking up to 3 or 4 tablets a day, unawares of the lethal effects.
Watu wanakufa kwa sababu hizo tembe. Juzi wankuja watu wa kutoka nini wote Road Cross, sababu mkundu. Watu wakae kwanza kumwa pimwa. Hakuna kutoka. Wala uni dawa. Pimwa, umalize ndio kwa dawa. Mkaambua mnakula sasa mtu akipatikana amekula transfer na kwenda shimo la tewa. Kuna dawa.
They say that 7 people have died in the last 2 months as a result of these drugs.
Siku ya Ijumaa ya Ramadhani saa 10 nimekaa hapa na ambua bibi yako amekwenda kwenye nyumba ameonekana amejidunga na amekauka kuanzia saa 8.
So
nikifika hapo kweli kwa
this guy right here is explaining about how his friend died. He's among the people who you've heard have died in the last 7 people in the last 2 months have died out of this Clozapam. So he's explaining how his friend died from the Clozapam in Swahili.
Watu wanino msalama mkwenda na amekula Clozapam pia na amejidunga hapo. Hajulikani amejidunga unga feki wala ni nini. Nikifika hapo ni mtoa saa ngapi? Saa 3 nikampeleka Makadara. Kwao Nakuru.
Hata sasa hii kuna mwingine yuko hospitali hivi tunavyoongea. Miguu imemfura. Maana alikuwa anapenda kula ni sijui ni ugonjwa.
And delusion. Hallucinations and delusion is when someone thinks or sees things that are not existing. And they can kill somebody because someone can just say that, for instance, Kevin wants to kill me while it's not the real thing. And when the feeling comes, they always want to eliminate the other person before that person eliminates them. The other thing is someone can go into coma. Someone can die due to overdose. And the other thing, someone can develop difficulty in breathing.
Some are reportedly using the drug to also spike unsuspecting people in nightclubs, commonly known as mchele. It can remain active in the body for more than 24 hours. But according to health professionals, the first 2 hours after intake.
That's why I'm not fucking with your clubs either. I don't drink shit. You ain't put shit in my drink. I don't drink that shit. I don't drink
So
nothing.
that is the other lesson. If you ever go to an African, I don't know if it's the same in the West, but if you ever go to an African nightclub, club, whatever, especially if you go alone and you leave your drink and go to the washroom, that is it with the drug. Don't touch it again. You're gonna wake up naked the next day with all your money gone.
You wake up next day, your money sitting in a bathtub of ice with your organs gone, nigga. Somebody done stole your kidney. Somebody stole one of your kidneys and half your lung is gone.
Hold up. In Libya, my God, you are flat. You will take everything of yours, even socks, even your trouser. You can even go with it. Because of this. Because of this.
You know, you go get to a drug smoker, the voice is always deep and raspy like that. Hey, you know what you do? The drugs, even your socks. You smoke your socks too, nigga. Smoke them.
Drug lakini iko na effects kubwa like you ukitumia, maana mimi ni ex addict, so ukitumia moja mostly kama you are driving you have to park your car vehicle for a while.
Cozpam or diazepam is cheaply available in local pharmacies or chemists at a cost of 5 shillings per tablet. Ideally, you require a doctor's prescription to buy it, but to keep the underground drug trade at the cost going, there are some pharmacies that are selling it without prescriptions and to specific people.
Mpaka uwe na barua ya wandazimu, uoneshe barua, ukifika pale unaonekana hii barua ya mwandazimu ndo
So he's saying that for you to get the Cozpam, you're supposed to go with a letter showing that you having mental issues. You're mad. You have to be mad in order for the Cozpam to be sold to you. But now because of corruption, there are pharmacies and chemists that sell the Cozpam even without the prescription. But the government, according to the Kenya Poisons Board, you have to have a letter showing that you are mad for you to be able to be sold Cozpam.
And as the demand grows, so does the cost of the drug. Users buy it at an average of 10 shillings per tablet. Knowing how controlled the sale of the drug is supposed to be, I used a local who disappeared for a moment and returned with 5 Cozpam pills after spending only 100 shillings.
Ziko bombolulu wako makemist, Kisauni ziko makemist.
Nikienda mimi nitauziwa.
Hawezi uziwa, wao wanajua. Wanaangalianga sura. Hawapei kila mtu. Tibugizi sasa imekuwa 201. Zile za na nyingine ya red. Tomoni yani hapa shika kwa
selling this purposely for addiction or to serve an addiction somewhere, then we are allowed to take action. So we are going to take action according to the law and regulations.
This has contributed to cases of insecurity as locals appeal to the authorities to weed out those engaging in the business that has left hundreds battling addiction.
Poverty and unemployment are some of the challenges facing the youth, therefore forcing some of them.
And he said it there right again, poverty and unemployment. But majorly poverty is the one that is causing people to even...
Of course, that's always the underlining fact, like you said, tomorrow. They're going to have a fat wallet smoking that shit they smoking right there. You're not gonna have a fat wallet standing in the street with bag with your dick hard as a zombie. You're not gonna do it. You're just not gonna do it.
So, I mean, we've identified 2 reasons already. One being the system, unemployment, and poverty. And I think the other problem, Keith, is probably what you were talking about. Even if you got addicted to Cozpam today, if you got addicted to a drug today, that access to help, access to...
Yeah, where you get off.
If I got addicted to alcohol, and maybe I'm in the West, then I'm most likely going to get a rehab that will...
You're gonna get help.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sometimes you get hooked to certain drugs because of, let's say, peer pressure. You know, you saw most
Exactly. It
of these
happens.
people are young people and they just trying out things. So
Exactly.
another
It
one,
happens.
some of them are just they just want to know how it feels to be a hard dipped zombie, like Jiba Jaba is saying. So now they are hooked, now they are hard, and they are zombies and they cannot get help. That's how they die.
That,
So I
and
think
that's
for that reason, for this,
and what Moshe is the problem. Okay, we understand you got poverty, but exactly there should be systems designed for the people that want to get off and want to help because they made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes in life. That happens. We're human beings. So I should have a way. I should have systems designed for me to get off and then lead a productive life. Okay, there should be systems designed in case I fall. People fall in life. So the problem in Africa, there's no money for nothing. There's no money left nowhere for people. You can't even pay doctors who are doing their regular job, let alone if somebody's an addict. There's no money left. Money's all stolen. That's the anger. The money's all stolen by the politicians and the Europeans. That's the anger I have. And then these bootlicks don't give a shit. The gift thing I would tell you about Jesus all the time. That's the way they control the masses with religion. Then when your religion don't work, you turn to alcohol and drugs. That's why you got liquor stores and churches in every poor black community on the planet. It ain't Nairobi, it ain't Nigeria, it ain't Ghana, it ain't Brazil, ain't America, ain't South Africa. Zambia is all black communities. Global. Churches and liquor stores. Liquor stores and churches. Because nobody actually wants to deal with you and create a harmonious civilization where you thrive. The world has been designed for Africans not to thrive, to be self-destructive and die.
we have about 50,000 deaths from alcohol in Kenya alone annually. 50,000 people die from alcohol abuse. That is just alcohol, and that is just Kenya. So multiply that by 54 countries, 55 if you believe Sahrawi is a country.
And I don't think Kenya's even in the top 10 as far as alcohol. It's bad, and it's bad in Africa. I don't think Kenya's the top 10 in alcohol. I think Nigeria may be number one, Ghana, South Africa, whatever. But yeah, imagine times all throughout Africa. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. I was in the black community in America. Everywhere you go, constant drinking. Any black hood, everybody's fucking drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much high no more. I think most black people in America have got off a lot of those damn narcotics.
But don't you
there's
think
still a lot of drinking.
Don't you think the same people we are saying should put up systems, the same people we are saying should create systems that help the addict? Don't you think it is an advantage for them when the whole country is drunk, high on bones?
Yes, I'm saying it benefits them the more. Yes, that's why shit's not done. You just exactly. Not enough the mores to connect the dots like you just did. Yes, this fucked up system benefits the despots the more. Yes, it does. Yes.
You think somebody high on bones will start asking about the loan that the IMF gave? They don't know about the loan. All they care about is the next loan. When are they gonna get the next joint? They don't even know something like the IMF exists.
No, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't give a shit about no IMF, nigga. Where's my next hit? IMF. About the IMF. Now you got some Viagra on you, nigga. Talking about some IMF. Get out of here. IMF.
Is IMF a type of bone? If it's not, just wanna get high.
Shit. Tell me about the IMF.
Good luck trying to explain to the people of Nigeria
That,
high on codeine that they are in the richest
right.
continent. They don't care
Yeah.
about being. All they care is about their next dose of codeine.
That's right. And all they see is poverty. How do you tell people you live on the richest continent and all you look around and see poverty? Like, man, are you crazy? You sound crazy. You say, hey, you really live on the richest continent on the planet, swear to God. Man, you see how we live in here? The hell you think you talking to? You see how we live here? I know that this is the system. I don't know about no system, goddammit. You got any drugs?
Pass me some bones, nigga. What do you mean the richest?
We're talking all that dumb shit. He coming here trying to talk to us. He ain't got no bones and shit. Get out of here.
So in this situation, all they talk about, unless we address, some of the problems, there are some underlying problems that as long as they are there, Africa is never going to be where it is. But one of them that comes before this one is the insecurity issue that I've always talked about. The fact that people in Sudan are more worried about not dying than the IMF. You just trying to see the even if
Yeah.
a bullet on your head.
Yeah,
Just trying to
they put
more of
African survival mode. Exactly right. Right,
just trying to
Demore.
survive. I don't care about the IMF. I don't care about all that. I'm just trying to see tomorrow. That
All
is,
right.
go to
All
Sudan,
right.
go to Ethiopia, go to Congo. So as long as we have that, we have this Africa's drug problem where people are high, drunk.
The more just figured out. That's why Africa is constantly destabilized. That's why it's done, Demore. That's why you see what you see. That's how I can see when I got you all fucked up, I can steal without worrying about your ass. That's why I'm stealing all the wealth out that bitch. That's why this exists.
Mm-hmm. And you look at the situations, and no matter how many conferences the despots are gonna hold, I don't know,
Exactly.
conference develop Africa.
Every month they got a conference, Demore. Every month they got a conference and no shit change. This
They even go to
conference, that conference, that conference, yeah.
they even go to climate change conferences on private jets.
Yeah.
If that is not being high on bones, then I don't understand.
Exactly. Like, pretty soon they're going to have the High Bones Conference.
Yeah, so unless some of these things change, then the talk about Africa regaining what it once had
I
is
think
just.
I think it's gonna be good because I think it's more Africans like you. That's why they want to give it that TikTok shit. I can tell y'all, it's more Africans like you, Demore, that are starting to analyze and that the youth is starting to know. As bad as that looks, you reach the tipping point of youth that are not like that in Africa. They actually know what the fuck is going on. That looks miserable. I granted it does, but the African youth is reaching a tipping point. Not everybody high on bones, Demore.
and as Kenyans are getting high on Viagra, the people in Nigeria are getting high on something else. They're getting high on codeine. So codeine is a prescription drug that is meant to treat.
Yep. It's Oxycontin.
Syrup. It's supposed to treat.
It's chemical term. It's Oxycontin. Oxycodone. Oxycontin. That's what it is. That shit's dangerous as shit.
And so they nickname it sweet codeine because it's sweet. It's unlike other drugs.
It's cough syrup. Same thing. Now remember, but what happened in I don't know if Jim realized this, but what Demore is explaining happened in the United States about 30 years ago. The same cough syrup, using the same thing. It was called Robitussin. And people say, man, I'm about to get Roboed. I was like, what? You getting who? I got to get Roboed, man. That Robitussin. You talking about that cough syrup shit? Yeah, man, I get fucked up off that shit. It's the same, and the more you can look this up in America, it was the same codeine, the same shit that was in it, and the cough syrup was called Robitussin. I gotta get tested. I gotta get Robo. Go ahead, Demore. It's the same shit.
So this is a video that was done by the BBC. So I'll start by sharing a copyright claim once again. As I said, YouTube people are always high on bones.
You got that right. They strike you down. Yeah, they want you know information. This is for educational purposes, YouTube.
So here is what is happening in Nigeria with African people getting tied to trees like dogs.
Man, this disturbing here. This is disturbing.
Shouting. Yeah, he's screaming. He's still in withdrawal syndrome now. He's still having his withdrawal issue now.
Addicts are being clapped in chains because syrup has turned them into thugs.
I don't want you to get close to him.
This is what cough syrup does.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, look at
However, get used to this.
No, lady, this is what poverty does and neglect does. This is what poverty and neglect does, lady. Not the cough syrup. Cough syrup is a goddamn symptom of neglect and poverty. Go ahead, Jamar.
This nation, because they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're taking.
Africa Eye goes undercover, exposing the crooks and professionals putting industrial quantities of syrup on Nigeria streets.
This guy just said if he has 1 million cartons of cough syrup, he's gonna sell that in a week. So that should tell you how much of a problem.
Yeah.
And this is just one bit. That should tell you how much of a problem it is in Nigeria. The cough, the sweet codeine.
We will take you into a criminal underworld where pharmaceutical company managers act like drug barons. We join crack anti-drug squads putting their lives on the line to smash syrup cartels.
This is the front line against the war on syrup. This is unbelievable.
Why has it got to be a war? How about you ban? How about you ban it? No, the government's involved in the shit because the pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars off Africa's ignorance. No, they're not doing anything, lady. All you gotta do is just ban the shit from the country. Ban it first, and then start implementing a drug rehab, and then start creating jobs. The thing they don't do in Africa is take the work and jobs.
They're not coming from under the sea. They are manufactured somewhere. They're transported from one place to the other. Are we saying that we don't know? Come on.
Exactly. Exactly, lady. You know. You know exactly. You can't feign ignorance, and you know it's coming from the major pharmaceutical companies that are owned by these cats with the small hats. They own all pharmaceutical plants on the planet, all of them, owned by them. So you know they're coming in and being manufactured, but you won't really stop them. So you got your own police out there really just putting goddamn a Band-Aid on a goddamn bullet wound. That doesn't work. It's not meant to work. It's to pretend like you're doing something to show political people, look what we've done. We're out there doing our best. We're doing our best. No, you're not. This is nothing but political theater. Go ahead, Jamar.
Never do that again. That was so stupid. It was so dumb. I don't see what people get out of being high.
People all over the world are addicted to cough syrup with codeine.
Yep, all over the world. That's what I was telling Demore. This is all over the world. I know about this. I was a kid too, growing up.
Over time, it will kill you.
They told that robot testing shit. Codeine.
I can search my Facebook page and find hundreds of videos of people getting high. It's in America, it's in South Africa, it's in
America.
Nigeria. In just 2 states, the government says 3 million bottles are consumed every single day.
God dang, how much, 3 million bottles. You think the goddamn no good pharmaceutical company is going to stop that? 3 million bottles a day?
A lot of money. That's a lot of billions for them.
Yeah. God damn!
It's
3 million bottles a day.
Cough syrup
That's
is
90
very
million bottles
addictive,
a month.
and it will take them to places they do not want to go.
That's fucking crazy, man.
It's so bad our government is sending armies of drug agents to destroy syrup. They raid our cities in the dead of night.
Please. These are stopgap measures. They won't address the goddamn pharmaceutical companies that make it. Why do all that
National
shit when
Drug
we just want to go to
Enforcement
pharmaceutical
Agents,
companies
or NDA, are out on the
and
streets
stop it?
every week in northern Nigeria. Squads of agents ready to take on heavily armed drug gangs. Tonight, they are not looking for heroin or crack cocaine. They are looking for codeine cough syrup.
Damn, they got crack cocaine in Africa now too? God
People
damn.
scattered and hid. The SWAT team storms CD hotels looking for dealers and users.
There's a heavy smell of weed.
Officers
Users are
tell us
victims.
men take women to these hotels for sex, often drugging them first with a codeine cough syrup cocktail. Mixed
God
with
damn.
Coca-Cola, the women get high and vulnerable
Alright.
to rape.
God damn.
Everywhere is being searched. Even
God damn.
bottles are being
Cough
seized.
syrup for coochie. Shit. Cough syrup for coochie. That's crazy.
In one room, we found two men having sex with a young woman, while two other
Damn.
men watched.
What kind of freaking
The agents found an empty bottle of violin codeine cough syrup hidden in the roof.
God damn.
I say it's the front line against the war on syrup.
This is the same thing, Keith. Arresting these people is the same case that is treating the diarrhea by suing the anus once again.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not stopping anything. It's not meant to stop anything. It's all, this is so, exactly. It's not meant to stop anything.
Arrest 3 million people now. The 3 million youth. Are you going to arrest the whole 3 million of them and put them behind bars? These people need help, not jail. You know, they need, they're people who need help. But
How about you go to the pharmaceutical company, stop banning them from bringing it to your country, and then create rehabilitation centers and say this product is bad. They won't do it because these companies own the governments. See, these are the dirty secrets that the countries get their kickbacks, but they gotta make the population look like they're doing something. Look at our task force out there fighting against drug dealers. Oh, fucking, this is goddamn from a damn manufacturer, like the lady said. That can be stopped tomorrow if he wasn't corrupt. Talking about that ain't nobody making no illicit brew and shit in their village. Shit. This is manufactured shit here.
It's unbelievable.
More than 20 people were arrested. Huge amounts of taxpayers' money is being spent on fighting codeine cough syrup. But we are not winning this war.
What you're not winning?
Are too smart and too many. So
Ain't the criminals.
keeps on flowing.
How about you bypass the criminals and go to the manufacturer?
Getting their syrup high.
Person won't get them. How get them? How easy? How easy to get them?
It's very easy. The more we like it, the more we get it. Even now, if you
the problem that I was talking about, too much accessibility of the drug. So you want it, you're gonna
like it's easy for me to get it.
It's not hard to find Nigeria's syrup girls either. Even religious women drink it.
Of course, religious women, and Muslim, those are Muslim bitches. Hey, Allah, Allah, give me coke syrup, Allah and coke. Yes, yes, yes. Allah, I got my hijab on. No, don't beat me. I'm fucking with my concert, but I got my goofy hijab on.
Scale of this problem is
Oh
massive.
man.
Most extended families have had an experience of cough syrup addiction, either by a boy or a girl or even a parent. So it's beyond every imagination you could think of.
Great.
Has anybody asked the obvious question in Nigeria? Where is all this syrup coming from? And how did it
Exactly.
get on our streets?
Exactly. That's what I said. Let's go to the
The
problem. Who
suspected crooks
manufactures
inside
this
Nigerian
shit? Where's the manufacturing
pharmaceutical
at? God
companies
damn it! And I bet it ain't in Nigeria. I bet it's not in Nigeria. I bet that.
might be secretly selling it to the underworld. But in order to prove this, I needed to work with the best. When it comes to digging out corruption in Nigeria, few are better than Adejuwon Soyinka, the editor of BBC Pidgin. We began at the bottom of the food chain, meeting with dealers and cult gang members in Lagos. If we spoke to these criminals openly as journalists, we could have been killed.
We needed to deploy secret filming equipment. I mean, that's the only way of being able to do this and remaining alive, actually.
Exactly.
I
You be
had to create an identity for myself.
last.
Presented myself as
I'm
a
eating my
businessman
corn syrup now.
who is really very greedy and, is willing to go into any business that is able to bring in money.
So we came up with the most despicable cover story for Adejuwon you can imagine. He pretended he was a businessman who wanted to buy large amounts of syrup to sell to students and children.
Coming towards you now.
Going under the fake name Mr. Johnson, Adejuwon made his way through gang contacts, pushing for links to crooks in pharmaceutical companies, where everyone was suspicious of police agents. Eventually, we got our first big break.
So, ẹ̀kọ́ wa bá ṣe máa pààkì sóde ìwé tó jẹ́ pé tá bá ní láti tètè mú à lè tètè mú.
These early stages were very nerve-wracking. They were scary for every single member of the team.
They were just
Sources
trying
gave
to
us a
purchase some
tip-off
codeine.
about a major supplier to the black market, a pharmacist called Mr. Pascal. On the surface, he runs a normal pharmacy, but behind the scenes, he illegally sells cough syrup to gangs. He does this, we later found out, with the help of a corrupt employee working for Lagos-based Emzor Pharmaceuticals, one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria.
I was introduced to this guy by the guys in the underworld. They belong to a network. So I was worried, could they possibly spring a surprise? But as it turned out, they were willing to do business. Anyway, sure. It took a while to even encourage or convince the pharmacist that I actually meant business. I was basically asking probing questions, wanting to know who I was and where I came from and check out my claims to being a genuine businessman.
I can go to the market and meet my Emzor distributor, I tell him I need 100 cartons, we make it available for you. Or if you go, they cannot even sell one carton to you. Because they don't know who you are. Everybody's being cautious. You understand? I wouldn't want something that will land me up in the police net or NDLEA net or anything or any other thing.
Eventually, when he got convinced that I actually meant business, then he opened up and told me about how the business is conducted and how he gets his own supplies from sales reps of pharmaceutical companies.
Okay. I do distributorship. Okay. I do distribution for Emzor. These products, if I want to get them, it's going to be easy for me. I will establish a relationship between you and the reps of the brands they work. Okay. I'll call them, they will come. I'll tell them.
So he takes products from pharmaceutical companies and then rather than sell with prescription, passes them on to the underworld, where these things are sold openly on the streets to young boys who basically abuse it and get high on syrup with codeine. So that's what he does. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I will expect your call later today. Or should I call you? What time should I call you?
I'll call you before the day runs out.
By the end of
So that is how easy it is to buy.
the meeting, Mr. Pascal agreed a deal. He would set up a meeting for us with a man from Emzor Pharmaceuticals who supplies the black market direct from the Emzor factory. And once that first break came, it became
It's a long video that you cannot complete watching because of course you have to have it and some other shows. But that is basically what has been happening in Nigeria. Nigerians are facing the codeine addiction and some many other problems. You go to Sierra Leone, they are facing the kush problem. You go to Uganda, they are having the alcohol problem, especially with the illicit moonshine. It's called the moonshine. Yeah. So it is an African problem that is happening in each and every African country. A drug problem that is meant to keep Africa in the state that it is. And let us just finish with this. It's just a short video of Uganda where and some studies showed that Uganda and Kampala youth are among the heaviest alcohol abusers in the world. And I believe that.
Damn. You live there, you know Demore. They drink Demore under the table. You Kenyan. You think you can drink with a Ugandan man?
According to the UN Population Fund, Uganda has the second youngest population in the world after Niger. Majority of Uganda's total population is under the age of 25, and this segment makes up for more than 7.3 million young people.
They die early from being fucked up all the time. That's why they got to get population. Everybody died of being drunk.
500 adults and boys and young men of Kampala, Nakawa, Kawempe, Makindye, Lubaga, and Kampala Central.
Most research that has been done.
Demore, pause it. How is Kampala, Demore? I've never been to Kampala. How is it as a city? How is it?
It's Kampala and Nairobi are almost a replica, but Nairobi is a bit better than Kampala.
It's bigger.
It has Nairobi bigger than Kampala and more advanced, but it has good neighborhoods also. Kampala has good neighborhoods.
Okay.
But it also has some messed up
sketchy places.
Yeah, an example being the one that is in this video where if you let me
right.
I want to show you a video of the drug that I was talking about. I once told you about how Ugandans drink their liquor. They don't drink it from
drink all to get in a big ass bucket or something.
In this video, if you can see, this is how Ugandans take their these are straws. If you can see my cursor.
Yeah, I see it.
People are gonna sit around a pot like 8, 9,
man.
And then so this
is
the waiter.
That's unhygienic. No.
This woman right here is the waiter. This is the club. So what this woman will be doing is refilling the. So there's a pot there. So once you pay for the entertainment, you're going to get unlimited liquor until you pass out, until you're done with it. The liquor is exclusive. So the waiter will just be refilling the pot in the middle right there. That's why you guys are so happy like this.
It is important to also target what we call the secondary audience. These people, it is important
this is how
what we
looks
call
like.
The secondary.
Look at this shit. And you wonder why Uganda is draped in poverty. I got no clue why Uganda is draped in poverty. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit here.
But let me tell you one good thing about Uganda as we come to
the end. All right, Demore.
Uganda has some of the best food you're ever going to taste. You know, if you look at their bananas, you look at their soil is more fertile than the Kenyan one, because you look at Uganda, for example, Ugandan they eat arrow roots. They have such arrow roots, potatoes. they're so big and healthy. And you look at their bananas, they are so big and
Okay.
healthy. You look at their milk, they supply about 40% of Kenya's milk. They supply about
Okay.
40% of Kenyan eggs. If you eat an egg from Kenya, there's like a 40% chance it's from Uganda. So it's a very agricultural country, very, very
Okay.
agricultural. That is why
Okay.
you'll hardly hear of it. As much as they are poor, drunk, and messed up, they always have enough food. I don't know if you ever heard of a hunger crisis in Uganda. It happens, but not so much as
Yeah, I
compared
got you.
to other African countries. They have
I
food and
got
they
you.
have they produce a lot of food. So if there's a country that has a potential of really being an
Getting their
agricultural
shit together. Yeah,
agricultural
getting
hub
that.
in Africa, it's
All
Uganda.
right.
Uganda has the capability of supplying Africa with food. You should see
Okay.
Ugandan bananas. They are like 3 times the size of the Kenyan banana, and it's not even genetically modified. Natural
Modified. Yeah.
bananas, all natural. They are milk. They supply Kenya with milk. They supply Kenya with eggs. They
All
have.
right.
You look at their fruits. They are oranges. They are pineapples. Uganda is so agricultural.
Okay. So
Agricultural.
you. Okay.
So
So. Okay. Okay. So the more you was eating good. You was eating good while you was in Kampala. All right. That's okay. That's good.
So in as much as Uganda is messed up, at least they eat. And I know Maria and Sento can tell you this. They eat to fullness. They have enough food. They don't have that much of GMO in Uganda unless they've started having GMOs. They used to have. They don't even need GMO. Their bananas are too big. Why would they need a banana? Let me get a picture of a Ugandan banana and you see
All
how
right.
big.
I like to see that. I like to see that. I plan to
It's
go to
a
Uganda. I plan to go to Uganda in the near future. Once I'm living in Kenya or living in Tanzania, one of those places. Plan to go back and forth. Have businesses in all three countries. I like to get me a Ugandan banana.
So their staple food is bananas. That is why I'm talking about bananas. They take matoke as their staple food. Okay, it's
Yeah.
tasteless. They love it. They love it, and they really love bananas. Although matoke is, I don't like the taste in it, but
There you
shut
go.
up.
At least you been honest. I don't want to eat no bananas for dinner, Demore. These bananas more like a snack. I don't want to have no bananas for dinner.
So I'm good with my ugali, but if if one day Africa unites and becomes a better continent that it is than it is, gets to its full potential, I hope
It's
they make
coming. It's
the
coming.
the agricultural hub of Africa because it has the capacity to do so. It's uh, it's a beautiful place, especially when you look at it from a food
Okay.
perspective. In as much as these guys on your screen are drunk and dancing, I tell you their stomachs are full. they've enjoyed some good matoke before this. That's why they are dancing. They're not dancing. They can't dance like this when they're hungry. And their shirts are off.
The secondary audience. These people they live with.
So I hope they make Uganda the agricultural hub, and that is why you won't hear of the way you have. Ethiopia has declared a state of emergency of a famine.
Yeah.
A lot of countries have, but Uganda, it's hard for you to hear that. They are broke, but you broke. You don't have money, but you have food.
You broke what you have. You got food and alcohol. What else
Yeah,
is there, Demore? You probably got food, alcohol, and coochie. What else is there, Demore?
number 7. So that's
Those you got those three things, you happy, Demore. I got food, alcohol, and coochie. Yeah, I don't need nothing else. I'm a rich man, Demore.
and so we have established that the main causes of this problem, as kids said, was one, poverty, which leads to the
Probably.
system. Yeah, unemployment is also the second major cause because now I don't have a job. What am I doing the whole day? I'm just gonna smoke some bones.
Exactly.
Might as well smoke some bones. Not like I'm missing on anything. I might as well
Okay. Man, I don't know how you even start that. As me as a teenager, I'm not lying to my. My brother was smoking bones. That probably scared the shit out of me. I didn't know a lot. I didn't know a lot when I was a teenager, Demore. So imagine a young teenage kid. I don't know how the world works. I don't know enough. Somebody told me they smoking bones. I was scared this shit. Nah, man, I'm good. I ain't smoking no motherfucking bones. You crazy? I was too scary as a teenager. Shit like that shit would have scared me. You ain't got to worry. My mama had to worry about me smoking bones.
And so the other main reason that why we're causing this drug problem, according to me, is what I said: too much accessibility. I want to smoke some bones. I'm gonna get bones to smoke. I want Viagra. I'm gonna get Viagra.
They told you each time in every story that you did on every African country, they told you the accessibility was very easy for them to get it. All those drugs, they told you they were very easy for them to get it. It wasn't even though it was illegal, there was no problem in them getting their supply of whatever drug it was. Very easy, very easy. Kenya guy told you very easy. Guy Nigeria, very easy, very easy. Guy getting the bones and fucking smoking bones. Very easy. That's a lot of work digging up a lot of damn bodies. God damn. You gotta haul them bodies off the more shit. Fucking dead bodies heavy, goddamn it.
Ziva Jaba was telling me about the codeine. That codeine has been a problem in the United States for quite some time. You know, the likes of Lil Wayne making it popular, and he tells me it's called lean in the United States. And he was telling me about the same thing you are talking about, a robot trip. They used to have robot trips in high school.
Robot testing. I was like, what? See, like the more said that, they talk about cough. I know cough syrup could get you high. Coach, I was a dummy, and I was like, what are you talking about? Man, that robo test, that cough syrup, get you high, get you fucked up. I said, why would I want to get fucked up off cough syrup? Things to me just didn't make sense. I was like, why would I want to do that? What's the benefit of me doing that? The more I was asking, what's the benefit of that shit? I never seen no benefit. I never understood the benefit, man.
Jiva Jaba was asking me whether there is LCD in Kenya already. Let's not give them ideas. They are dealing with Viagra and Cozepam for now. If they learn about this, they are probably adding it to the Viagra and the so it's not yet. I've not had LCD.
You mean LSD? You mean LSD, right? You my LSD, Jibba Jabba? You mean LSD?
It's a certain drug also that is used. It's a prescription drug that is used
okay.
in psychedelics. So that is, and Byron Scott, he's saying he never knew that people in Nigeria were so messed up with the codeine. Yeah, codeine has been a problem in Nigeria for quite some time.
I didn't know it either until the more just told. I was like, the drug shit. They got the same cough syrup, but the only thing from America has systems to help people. You just the systems in Nigeria, they chain your ass to a tree.
Yeah, in Nigeria, the rehab you're getting is chains on your feet.
Yeah, it's just crazy because goddamn Africa, come on, man, come on. They got these despots so terrible.
And Jiba Jaba was quick to notice a 6-point star on the logo of the pharma company, the Nigerian pharma company. What was the name of that pharma company? Let me remember.
The star of Moloch. It's our chance today. Exactly, the 6-point goddamn Jewish star, which is really not the star of David, but it's the star of Moloch. That's the Moloch star. That's the star of Moloch.
So he was very quick to notice the logo of the company. Let me share a picture of the logo so that
they're the ones on it all. Cats with the small hats. That's why shit ain't been stopped. And it is they do have a manufacturing company in Nigeria, you see, but the Africans don't own that shit.
So There is an image of Emzo, the company that was responsible for the cough, that is responsible for the cough syrup problem, the
Who
sweet
owns
potato
it?
problem in Nigeria.
Can we find out who owns it? Say, ask Google who owns that. What's shareholders? Let's say it was BlackRock and Vanguard. What are the number? Say, who are the number one shareholders of this company? Ask Google. So who are the number one shareholders of that
It's a
shit right there?
they're telling me it's a certain Nigerian woman. Her name is Stella Chinyelu.
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that at all.
So it was opened in 1977, and yep, that's what they say. So and Jiba Jaba is telling me about his white neighbor who makes moonshine and it tastes like apple pie. You should go to Uganda and enjoy some good alcohol
I'm good.
with eight
I
other
I don't
guys.
want to taste none of that shit. I don't want to be. The more I did the story about motherfuckers being blind, I'm good. I don't trust none of that shit. The more said it's so good in Kenya, they putting that shit in the regular bottles and fooling people. Shit. Buddy. Nah.
You know, I had one describing how they went blind, and it was not funny, but it was funny because they thought it was a blackout. They thought power had gone off.
God damn.
The ones who are not gone blind are the one telling you, no, it's not a blackout, nigga, you blind.
That's right. God damn.
Some of them
I
thought
don't want.
the lights had gone off because they were enjoying their drink, and then all of a sudden they can't see anything. So they thought it was Kenya Power doing what it does. They thought it was a power blackout. Not a power
God
blackout.
damn.
Eyes blacking out.
Imagine the damn group being so fucked up that you're blind in one sitting of drinking that shit. Not even gradual. It's not even gradual. In one sitting of drinking that shit, there you blind. Usually it'd be over like a course of like a couple of months. You've been taking that shit. One damn sitting of that shit. God
They
damn.
leave us at the spot. You're going blind at the spot.
Damn.
Quick
You
delivery.
talking about- I'm not drinking nothing. I'm not drinking no alcoholic beverages. I don't drink alcohol anyway, but definitely not in Kenya, nigga. Because Demore said they so good they got them in the stores with the caps on that shit.
They tell you what now when that happened. So there are people who claim that they cannot drink illicit, but they don't know they drink illicit every day. So they would make the illicits and then put them in bottles and put them in stores. So when the companies discovered that, when now the legit companies discovered that people had been drinking fake Guinness that had been made somewhere in Kenya. When the companies realized that, they made barcodes that people would scan, and then the barcodes would tell, before you drink, you scan it. And now the barcodes will tell you whether the alcohol was legit or not. But you know what the Kiambu breweries did? They also made barcodes. You scan it, drink it, and still go blind. I don't know whether they used to photocopy the barcodes from the legit bottles. But knowing the corruption in Kenya, they probably had people working in the bottling companies supplying them with
Of course they did.
it, drink it, and get messed up. I mean,
Man, you know you can. You can't defend against that. The only defense is not to drink that. Don't drink nothing. God damn it. Look at that shit.
Just take
You
water.
you can't defend against no scammer like that. That shit is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That's some awesome shit. That's awesome. You ain't stopping my profits. The real company get it. You're not fucking with my profits. I'm still gonna find a way to scam off your shit. Shit.
You know, let me show you.
Not to touch it. Go ahead.
Let me show you a video of how they make it. You know, let me share a video of the breweries. People make breweries in their 1-bedroom house. My 1-bedroom house is making like
They do that here. They do that here too, Demore. It's called a moonshine steel. They do it.
But now the difference is, kids, I'm making mine and putting it in bottles of your favorite.
Yeah. Definitely. Here they don't. You can't make your shit put in a bottle. and sell it in the store. Nah,
This
that's
one
some.
I'm putting it in a Guinness bottle.
They conducted a raid on a
So here is
residential
one
house
that
on
was
Thursday, seizing counterfeit liquor and manufacturing equipment of an estimated value of about 1.5 million Kenya shillings. The raid, led by Murang'a County Police Commander David Matthew, they said the counterfeit liquor brands were found to have KRA and KEB stickers on them.
So let me
operation
explain.
followed.
They had KRA. KRA is the Kenya Revenue Authority. So that sticker is put on the alcohol once tax has been paid. So
Of
this
course, yeah,
brewery
because
that was in a one-bedroom
they
house
said they
had
paid the
KRA
taxes.
stickers
Yeah.
and KEB. KEB stickers are the KEBS is the Kenya Bureau of Standards. You get that once your alcohol has been tested and confirmed that it is legit. So this one has been confirmed that it is legit. They have the stickers. They buy the stickers.
Liquor brands were found to have KRA and KEB stickers on them. The operation followed a tip-off from members of the public who alerted the authorities about the suspicious activities in the
Packed
house
them
at
in
Gitwamba
boxes.
village, Kakuzi sub-county. Also recovered in the raid were 15 jerrycans of ethanol and other chemicals used to manufacture the liquor. The police are actively pursuing
Look at
the
all these boxes. All these boxes are going to stores and supermarkets. And if, for example, the one that is written Tycoon is a popular alcohol in Kenya. So if you enjoy a bottle of Tycoon, you go buy a bottle of Tycoon at the store thinking it's the original Tycoon, but no, it was made in a bedsitter, in a studio apartment somewhere by some.
The rest of the house owned other individuals.
Buy some innovative entrepreneurs,
Yes,
Demore.
because let me tell you, you are not gonna tell a different in taste. The taste is similar. They are
Wow.
gonna make an exact replica. They make an exact replica of it. You're not gonna tell a difference in taste because if they make it taste different,
People would
if I
know.
drink
I know.
Tycoon,
People
I'll
would
know
know.
it's not Tycoon.
Yeah, exactly.
So they make it the exact replica of it.
Involved in the illegal operation.
I think there are so many brands. We have so many cartons here. Some of them are empty, and others are full of those liquors that have been produced in a very haphazard way. I would like to bring this to the members of the public that this alcohol that is being produced by this illegal factory here is likely to affect their health.
Illegal factory. That's Africa, that's Kenya, that's the drug problem. And as I come to the end of the show, HR is coming up in a bit. So make sure
That's
to
my
enjoy.
family. Oh, shit. I still got 3 hours to get home. God damn. I got to leave back out tomorrow morning going to West Texas shit. God damn.
And whatever you do, the lessons that you've learned today, whatever you do, one, don't drink anything from Kenya. Carry your own alcohol if you're coming to
Shit,
Africa.
don't drink no way away from Africa, goddammit.
The second thing is don't you dare die in Sierra Leone. They're gonna smoke your body. Don't you dare die in Sierra Leone.
They'll smoke your bones. I don't care if they smoke my bones or not. Once the body's dead, family, there's no body, there's nothing left. You're not the body. Your consciousness is gone.
In your next life, you are reincarnating as a smoke. They smoke.
You can smoke my bones all day. You know, just leave my. If you're gonna smoke my body, leave my feet, nigga. I might need to walk around as a ghost.
You're gonna be a disabled ghost because they smoke.
All right. Don't smoke my feet or my penis. Shit. I still want to make love in heaven, nigga.
So a big shout out to everybody who was with me. A big shout out to Obiri Uton. A big shout out to Joby. A big shout out to General Mosquito. A big shout out to
They're smoking penis bones. Shit, goddamn.
a big shout out to A big shout out to Byron Scott, and of course everybody who else was with me and did not comment, and of course those who are gonna
That's
watch
my,
later.
that's my family.
I hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend. It's always a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you on Monday on the Black Hot Fire News Update, as we'll be looking at all the theatrics that the leaders and the politicians and the countries served us for the weekend.
I want they got politicians in Sierra Leone messing with them bones. I'm doing an investigation down here. I got to test the bones, make sure that make sure they ain't killing people.